Hey everyone, my name is Megan, and I am excited to share my first ever YouTube video with you and to share some information and tips on how to improve your fundraising and your sales efforts. So, I've come from a background of fundraising for quite a few nonprofits, small and large, and over the course of time working for these charities, I've learned a lot about what to do, what not to do, and thought I wanted to share some of this information with you and encourage you. This goes for folks who are working in the for-profit sector or the non-for-profit, but a special shout out to those of you, my partners in the nonprofit world. Fundraising is not for sissies. And so hopefully this will be really encouraging to you as well. So a couple of the things that I've learned in my time fundraising are, you really need to know your product or whatever service you're offering or whatever service the charity is offering the community. And that is incredibly important. I totally agree with that. If you don't really know what you're fundraising for or why, that's important. But I would say more important than that too is to believe in it. Don't just know what product or service it is, but to really believe in it. Your passion and your why about what you're doing and what you're fundraising for means so much more and will connect so much more with the person that you're selling whatever product or service or fundraising for than just the knowledge that you have. So I had the joy of and the opportunity to fundraise on behalf of World Vision, which was an international humanitarian organization, which I love and support. Quick shout out, check them out, worldvision.org. And I got to sponsor a couple kids through them. And I got to visit one of my kids that I sponsored, which was so cool. But in that time, when I used to connect with people in the malls, people would say, wow, you're really passionate about this. And they would be encouraged to give and to even sponsor children of their own, more times because of my passion about the cause than the actual information that I had about the cause. So I was able to very easily share World Vision's mission and invite people to be a part of that mission because of my passion for it and because I believed in it, not just because I knew a whole bunch of things about it. So that would be my first point to tell you. Don't just know about what you're doing or why your organization is doing it, but believe it and find out why you're passionate about that thing. The second thing that you're kind of told is that you need to know everything it is about the product and you need to tell them everything. Because how can your consumer or your donor make an educated decision without information? So when I first started fundraising, I had no idea what I was doing. But I knew a lot about World Vision. And so people would finally come up and talk to me because we were those kiosk people. So you know what I'm talking about, all of you who work in the mall. You just don't want to make eye contact with the kiosk person, right? That's just like the worst. So when someone finally did come over and talk to me, I was so excited that I would instantly just word vomit all over them everything that I knew about the cause, what the charity did, how they could get involved, where the money went, all these things. I would just kind of blurt it all out at them. And then when I would finally take a breath, they would be like, oh, well, that's kind of cool, but I'm going to think about it, or I'm going to go back to doing whatever I was doing. And I was crushed because I never even got to an ask because I was just like, here's everything I know. Is that good? So I would say one of the most important things is not just to tell everything you know, but to listen. So when I finally started listening to the folks that stopped by, I would say, what kind of charities do you give to and why do you give to them and why is giving important to you? And once I was able to listen to all of those things from them, I was able to make a much better connection between what they needed or what they enjoyed or what they were passionate about and what our organization was doing and how we could connect them. So my second point to you, don't just tell everything you know, listen. My third point to you is that you've heard it said, just make the sale, land the plane, close the deal. The sale is the most important thing. Don't let them go. I understand where that comes from because here you've just spent all your energy telling them everything and listening and going back and forth. But I would say more importantly than making the sale is making the connection, because it's not just about getting a customer or getting a donor. It's about making a relationship, making a connection with them, because you don't want someone who's just going to give one time, kind of flash in the pan type thing, though we're very thankful for those donors. Thank you. We don't just want one-time donors. We kind of want lifetime donors and commitment from people. And in order to do that, you have to make a connection. The reality is, people would leave after talking with me. Sometimes I wouldn't see them or hear from them for even a couple months or even a year, but they would come back and they would say, I remembered you, or I did my time, researching, listening to the things that you said, making sure they were legit, making sure the money goes where, you say it went, all those things. And now I'm ready and I remembered you. And that was really special because it's, you get so excited, you just want to grab that donor right then, or you just want to make that sale right then. Especially when there's pressure, you want to try to do all these good things. But at the end of the day, making the connection is so much more important than just making the sale. So quick recap of these things, and there's tons of great information out there about how to be a better fundraiser, be a better sales team member. But just remember a couple of things. You don't just want to know your product. You want to believe in your product and have passion, or your service, whatever it is. You don't want to just tell everything you know. You want to listen, and you don't want to just make a sale. You want to make a connection. So thank you for letting me share this with you. If you have any great tips about what has helped you, whether in nonprofit or for-profit, just become a better fundraiser, make better connections, improve your company's sales, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below. Otherwise, I look forward to talking with you guys again soon. Thanks so much for watching.